Welcome to I Love English TV.
Hello, and welcome back to Speak English Now. I'm Danya. I'm really happy you are here today. If you are listening to this right now, maybe you need something. Maybe you need hope. Maybe you need energy. Maybe you need a new start. Or maybe you are tired. Tired of trying. Tired of waiting. Tired of feeling like your life is not moving forward. And if that is how you feel, I want you to know something. You are not alone. So many people wake up every day and they smile in front of others. But inside, they feel heavy. They feel like they are stuck. Like they are walking, but not arriving. And sometimes the hardest part is this. You don't know what is wrong. You just feel that something is missing. You feel that you have more inside you. More power, more dreams, more potential. But life is busy. Life is stressful. And day after day, you start to forget yourself. You forget your goals. You forget what you wanted to become. You start to live only to survive. And this is exactly why we are here today. Because today is not about pressure. Today is not about comparing yourself to others. Today is not about feeling guilty. Today is about waking up. Waking up inside. Because success is not only money. Success is not only a job. Success is not only a car or a house. Real success is when you feel you are in control of your life. Real success is when you become stronger, when you become better, when you become proud of yourself. Not proud because you are perfect, but proud because you didn't quit. Because you kept going. And in this podcast, that's what we will do. We will talk about success in a simple way. We will talk about discipline. We will talk about confidence. We will talk about failure. We will talk about fear. We will talk about goals. And we will talk about building a strong mindset. Not with complicated words, not with hard English, but with simple English, clear English. English you can understand easily, because the message is more important than the language, and because I want you to feel something, not only to listen. I want you to hear these words and say, "Yes, this is me. Yes, I can do this. Yes, I will change." Now, before we start, I want you to do something small. Take a deep breath. Just breathe. And remind yourself, I am still here. I am still trying, and that means I still have a chance. Because as long as you are alive, you can change your story. You can build a new life. You can become a new person. Not in one day, not in 1 week, but little by little. One step, one habit, one decision. And one day, you will look back and you will say, "I did it. I changed. I became stronger. I became successful." Let me ask you a question. Have you ever looked at someone successful and thought, "Wow, this person is lucky. This person is special. This person is different from me"? But the truth is, successful people are not always special. They are not always smarter. They are not always richer. They are not always more talented. But they have something very important. They decided. Success starts with one decision. Not a big decision, not a perfect decision. Just one simple decision. I will not stay like this. Because many people don't fail because they are weak. They fail because they accept a life they don't like. They accept sadness. They accept being stuck. And slowly, they stop dreaming. They stop trying. They start living on autopilot. Wake up, eat, work, sleep. Same day, again and again. And one day, they look in the mirror and they ask, "Where did my life go?" But listen carefully. You don't need a new life. You need a new decision. you need to decide that you are important. You need to decide that your dreams matter. You need to decide that your future deserves your effort. Because success does not come from luck. Success comes from choices. Small choices. For example, when you wake up and you feel tired, you can choose to stay in bed or to get up. You can choose to scroll on your phone for hours or to work on yourself. When you feel afraid, you can choose to run away or to face it. And this is how life changes. Not with one big moment, but with small moments. Every day. And the truth is, your life right now is the result of your past choices. Not only your past problems, not only your past pain, but your past choices. And that is good news. Because if choices created your life, choices can change your life. Maybe you had big problems. Maybe you had hard circumstances. Maybe you had people who hurt you. But still, you are here, and that means you still have power. You still have a mind. You still have a heart. You still have a chance. And success begins when you say, enough. Enough fear. Enough excuses. Enough waiting. Enough saying, I will start tomorrow. Because tomorrow is a trap. Because tomorrow is a trap. Tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next month. Next month becomes next year. And suddenly, years pass. So the best time is now. Even if you start small. Even if you start with one step. one page, one workout, one lesson, one phone call, one application, one new habit. It doesn't matter how small it is. What matters is that you start. Because starting is power. Starting is courage. Starting is the first sign that you respect yourself. Now, let me tell you something very important. Success is not about being better than others. Success is not about proving something to people. Success is about proving something to yourself. It's about looking at yourself and saying, I did not quit. I did not give up. I fought for my life. And listen, you don't need anyone to believe in you. Yes, support is good, but you don't need it. Because sometimes people will not understand your dreams. Sometimes people will laugh. Sometimes people will say, "That's impossible. You can't do it. You are not good enough." But that doesn't matter. Because your future is not built by their words. Your future is built by your actions. And your actions start with one decision. So today, make that decision. Say it quietly. Say it in your heart. Say, I am ready. I will start. I will change. And even if you feel afraid, start anyway. Even if you feel tired, start anyway. Even if you feel lost, start anyway. You don't need to see the whole road. You only need to see the next step. And when you take the next step, you will become stronger. You will feel something new. You will feel hope. And that hope is the beginning of success.